Yo, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in to the Unaffiliated Creators Podcast. I'm your host, K.A. Everyday. It's your boy, K. So for those who haven't been living under a rock, like I always say, so recently, 50 Cent went on the $1 Million Worth of Game podcast with Wallow and Gilly. And, the podcast was kind of long. I didn't watch the whole thing. I got to be open, honest, and transparent. But of course, I caught some of the clips. And the one clip that has the whole world going crazy is 50 Cent was talking about Designer. And I'm paraphrasing, but basically in the interview, he discussed that he thought about signing Designer as an artist, but he asked Designer, because, Designer, he's an artist that had the song Panda, Panda, Panda. Panda, Panda, Panda. And the song was hot. But 50 Cent asked him, okay, so you had the one song that went crazy. What's your second single? And Designer, in so many words, was like, hey, that's the only song I got. So 50, to him, he thought that was a red flag. He was like, you can have one hot song, but if you artist, you should have more than one song. So for whatever reason, 50 Cent decided not to sign him. But I don't want y'all to take my word for it. I got the clips loaded up today, so I'm going to let y'all hear what 50 Cent had to say. And then, of course, Designer got in his feelings, so he clapped back. He went live, and he was talking about it, and he wanted to express his feelings on what 50 Cent had to say. And then Designer wasn't done there, so then he had to come out, and he did a diss track. We know it's 2024, so this is the year of the diss. Of course, Drake and Kendrick set it off, but Designer's just following in their footsteps, so he had to put out a diss track. But after hearing the diss track, and no disrespect to Designer, but after hearing this diss track, I see why 50 Cent probably didn't want to sign him as an artist. I don't think it was some of his best work, but don't take my word for it. I'm gonna play the diss track. I'm gonna let y'all hear it for yourself. Y'all let me know what y'all think, but let me find these clips real quick, because I want y'all to hear exactly what was said so y'all can know what's going on. Hold on for a second. All right, so here is the clip that 50 Cent talking about him trying to sign Designer.
To me, I was what's the name? Sound like Future. He sounded like Future.
I got clubs in Atlanta.
Panda. Yeah, I got bros in Atlanta. I met with him before he did the deal with Kanye. Had him at the office. I'm like, yo, so let me hear the other records you got. And he's like, I said, that's it. And the shit was so hot that he had it, I was struggling. And I was like, nah, I can't get that money. Let them give him whatever they're gonna give. I know who I was when I made one record.
Plan,
when I made one record, I didn't know how to make the next one.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So if you have the distraction of a record, you move around, you start seeing all these bad. You done been married 3 times this weekend. So if this is gonna happen, you done got all this confused. You like, what happened? What's your next record? I don't know. I think I like her. I think I love her. You thinking other shit that wasn't even in your thought process prior to that hit.
Right.
So where do you find a hit record? You see what I'm saying? We're not on the same thought pattern that you was when you made the hit. I got bros in Atlanta.
So y'all heard 50 Cent. So that was him explaining why he didn't want to sign Designer as an artist, because he was like, hey, your thought process on when you made the hit, once you make that one hit, you're going to get a taste of success. And then instead of you being focused and making the next hit, you're going to go off and you're going to start falling in love with all these different chicks. You're going to get sidetracked. And then you're not going to have that same hunger, that same passion, that same desire. And you might not be able to make another hit. So that's why 50 Cent would have preferred the Designer had basically a catalog of music versus just having the one song. He just explained why he didn't sign them. And I didn't really hear anything that 50 Cent said to why Designer would have been so mad about it, or to the point where he felt he had to go live and get it off his chest and then double down and do a diss track. Y'all let me know what y'all think. So y'all heard 50 Cent. So now I'm going to play the clip that when Designer decided to go live and let everybody know how he felt. Y'all hold on for a minute.
I'm seeing academics post saying I only had one record. Hey, yo, listen, man. Come to my shows and see how my shows activate and how I activate the crowd. I might not have every record that went diamond, but come to my shows and see how I activate the crowd. You know how hard it is to catch a diamond record? I'm one of the few artists in New York City out of Best Side Brooklyn to go diamond. And people over here trying to judge me for a diamond record. That's one of my records that's on my accolades, that's on my record, that's in the world, prestiging at high levels. Now come to my shows and see how I activate the crowd. I do shows from Europe, I do shows from America, I do shows in Africa, I do shows all around the planet. I'm telling you, come to my shows and see what's going on. I perform better than majority of these artists. I don't just let the song ring off, I let my performance work. Perform, perform, perform. And of course, when I first started, I'm gonna be honest, I was surprised that I made a big record like that. But it come off an energy of you first knowing that you could fuck your shit with me. This ain't, people just think they could jump in the booth and say whatever the fuck they want. But then when they get to these times where, hey yo, the record actually goes up, yeah, you gotta start working on your craft. Now it's time to work on my craft. I didn't show many times at my shows that I have greater records than Panda. I don't have to prove it to anybody else but to myself that I'm that in that. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it's all about. It's all about working on your craft right after that. That's all it is. Working on your craft. Getting better. Making sure I'm locked in. Tapping into more subjects. That's all. And I appreciate everybody who's tapping in right now and writing.
So y'all heard what Designer had to say. So y'all let me know what y'all think. I'm not going to say that he was crashing out. But he definitely was in his feelings, in my opinion. I don't really see why he felt the need to even have to come and justify that or had to come back and even say something after what 50 Cent had to say. But I guess, they say any news is better than no news. So I guess, as a man, you don't like it when you feel like you're being disrespected or you feel like people talking about you in a negative light. Or maybe Designer was taking it like 50 Cent was basically saying that he was a one-hit wonder. And if that was the case, I could kind of see why Designer felt some kind of way, but I don't think that's what 50 Cent was trying to say. I think he was just explaining why, as a businessman, he didn't really think it made sense to sign Designer as an artist. But again, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. So now I'm going to find the clip of Designer, coming out with his quote-unquote diss song. Y'all hold on for a minute.
I'm just getting money. For my dip, I'm getting to it. Like flock, let's do it. Get the money, let's do it. For my bitch, getting money. I'm getting to it. Every night, let's do it. She gon' pop, she gon' screw it. She get talking that 50 cent. I be talking 50 mil. She get talking that Timmy Turner. Let the niggas get killed. I got signed to Kanye, Lil again. You was never worth the deal. Designer always keep it real. Designer always keep it for my hits. For my hits. For my hits. For my hits.
So y'all heard Designer, that was supposed to be his diss track now. And I'm not trying to make fun of Designer. I guess it's sometimes, when something on your heart, you just gotta let it go no matter where you at. But if you go back and actually look at the video of this song, he in a car. And I ain't trying to be funny. It looked like he an Uber driver. It looked like he was in the middle of working. He an Uber driver. It looked like he was driving people around or something. I mean, you don't see people in the car, so I guess I'm trying to be funny a little bit. But it did look like he was an Uber driver. It looked like he was just driving around, and something was like, you know what? I'm gonna take this moment to make this diss track, and then he just, start recording on his phone while he's sitting in the vehicle and started rapping. Like, if you want people to take you serious, man, like you should have been in the studio. Or at least made it seem like, you was in the studio, in a session, actually trying to record a quote-unquote diss song, not some random, hey, I'm just in a vehicle looking like an Uber driver and I'm just going to record this diss track. The audio, as you could tell, the audio wasn't that good. It was really low. So I'm going to try my best to try to boost the levels up so y'all actually be able to hear what he was saying. Or maybe it's a good thing that the audio was low because the diss track was super whack. No disrespect, but it was. But I didn't want y'all to take my word for it. Y'all heard it for yourself. So obviously this makes it seem like, or it makes it look like 50 Cent was a genius and why he didn't sign him. But I digress. But before I get out of here, I had to kind of end it on some sad news. Recently, what I'm saying, I saw the news that rapper Rich Homie Quan passed away, R.I.P. to Rich Homie Quan. But I kind of wanted to end it celebrating Rich Homie Quan. So, I had to load this one up. Now, everybody probably got a different favorite song from him. This was my favorite song of his. It was the song Flex, so y'all probably remember it. Ooh, 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 ooh. I did want to say, you could be the hardest gangster, whatever out there. Whenever you was in the club and this song came on, I don't care how hard you was trying to be, you could not hear this song and not start dancing. So when y'all looking at the video and y'all see me moving around looking all crazy, I can't help it. Whenever this song come on, you got to move. So with that being said, this one goes out to Rich Homie Quan. Again, R.I.P. Let's go.
Think it's a game.
Walked in 30,000 in my pocket, had them getting good deal like
Hey.
$6,000 on you want me, gotta screaming like cause I got a check, nigga on the flip, I ain't got a flip, but I got it. Get out some mix, she gon' wanna sit, every nigga go in the set, now she screaming like Make $2 million off of me, tell you had them roll like
Hey.
They tried to drop me with a case, but I hadn't skated, I was singing like I swear, boy, I know my role and I play it. If you heard that I'm talking, then I said it. Coin, where you at? At the top of the loft, in the I stay. I'm a bad boy, but I don't wear big clothes like Mace. In the club, and a nigga get it poppin'. And now she want a free drink, tell the bitch to get up off it. Hey, I'm the nigga to get it poppin'. That shit like Jenny Wright. At the clip point, what did we flyin'? When I landed, boy, I walked in 30,000 in my pocket, had them getting good deal like
Hey.
$6,000 on you want me, gotta screaming like cause I got a check, nigga wanna flip, I ain't got a flip, but I got it. Get out some mix, she gon' wanna sit, every nigga go in the set, and now she screaming like how much you made? 100.
I don't see how you could be in the club and that song come on and you do not go crazy. The only bad thing about it is with that song and that beat, you can't really look cool. Like, it just, you at the club, you doing all this and people looking at you like, yo, man, you look crazy. But hey, you know what I'm saying? I know I just embarrassed myself. But like I said, that song is so hot, you just got to move. You can't play the wall. You can't be cool. You just got to do what it do. But anyway, again, R.I.P. to Rich Homie Quan. But I appreciate y'all taking time to tune in to the podcast. Y'all be good and stay safe.